Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters. I've decided to forward a little bit further into the games when I start casting them, simply because there's so much, there's really not much to talk about at the start of the games, and I forwarded into the 2-minute instead of the 1-minute mark like I usually do. And what do you know, we've got a proxy gateway going out, so it's the wrong game to try and push into, and now we're going to have to start playing catch up, trying to introduce the players while trying to follow these zealots all around. So too much excitement at the start of the game as opposed to not enough usually. So anyway, up the top left side of the map is Mr. soO. He is 21 years of age from South Korea, plays for SK Telecom T1. We have cast him a few times before. He is very, very awesome, and he's currently putting down a spine crawler to try and see off this zealot, which is very, very fast. And they're building some links as well, so he went for a pull first. And he's actually trapped the zealot in there, so Panic is in a little bit of a panic here. He's actually trying to micro his workers to try and keep him alive, while at the same time destroying that zealot. Does manage to get him down, but more zealots are coming out. And the zealot's actually trying to jump on the ramp or something like that. I don't know, but the lings are taking him out. Panic, let's talk about him. He is 19 years of age, from South Korea, plays for the Startail team. And yeah, he is doing a very, very fast bit of zealot play in this game. Over here, getting the bases out, getting the stuff out, only just getting his gas out now, but he is going for a lot of zealots early on. And it looks like soO has managed to hold this off very, very nicely in the early game, so grats to him. And it looks like Panic transitioning a little bit, getting the cyber core out there, doing some good stuff. And we will see how he deals with this ling invasion. The zealot is struggling to catch up, and now the workers are in a little bit of a quandary here. They're going to have to turn around and start attacking the lings. Buys himself enough time and the zealot comes in, but one zealot versus 5 lings potentially. The lings may still come up on top. Actually, I think it's only 4 lings, but they run through the middle of the workers, and one of them does go down. I think there's another zealot almost here. There we go, there's the other zealot almost here. So as soon as Paddock gets a stalker out, he is going to be fine. But these gateways, I mean, it's not like a Terran where you can just move them. Those gateways are pretty much just dead meat at the moment. He's going to have to start building some gateways over there, because it's only going to be a matter of time before soO starts sending some lings over and just destroying those gateways. Absolutely. Or roaches, as it would appear. Looks like roaches are potentially coming out. So not sure how good Panic is going to do here. He made an early play, didn't really accomplish much. 2 workers went down. He lost 4 of his own workers with the ling counterattack. So soO definitely in a good position in this game so far. And here we go, first gateway at the main base coming down. I do not believe he's building anything at these gates. If he gets gate tech and he keeps his alive for a little bit longer, he could warp back in at his normal place, at his main base, which will be awesome. But for now, they're kind of dead in the water. If 10 lings show up and start attacking stuff, there's no way you can get zealots out before the pylon is taken down. And I think that's definitely what soO is planning here. Please tell me he's going to be attacking this thing. Please tell me he's not just going to leave it there. Then, of course, that would reveal the size of soO's army and the fact that it is moving out across the map. So maybe skipping that does give him something, although it is spotted regardless by the mothership core here. The mothership core has not seen the roaches though, and that is the main thing right there. So he knows that there are lings there. He doesn't know there are roaches. He knows now that there are roaches coming in. The mothership core will have to screw these guys over a little bit, but suddenly the zealot wall is not going to be nearly as good as it previously was thought to be. And here we go, moving out. So we've got a sentry. It's going to be doing a bit of blocking, but with the roaches in here, should be able to knock down any sort of buildings relatively quickly. The pylon does go down, a bunch of lings swarming in, the sentry taking heavy fire, the roaches taking heavy fire from the mothership core, but of course heavy fire is a bit of a funny term when used against mothership core. Look at the probes going in, trying to do their best. The Nexus has been overcharged, so Panic is going to see off this attack, but he's going to see it off with very, very heavy losses. And yeah, a bunch of workers are going down. I think the roaches are doing a pretty good job. They've got to stop them from turning around and hitting the Nexus, which they have been doing for a little bit. But workers lost count. Oh, that's up to 21. Man, that is really up to 21. That's insane. And more workers just streaming in. Currently attacking a pylon. Not sure why they're doing that. But need to wait for the Nexus to finish being overcharged, I suppose, and then soO can sort of move in and start attacking some other stuff. So he's making good use of his time there, destroying a whole bunch of pylons. There is another one still powering that gateway, but he has taken out the pylon here, and these gates are pretty much useless at this point. So soO really, really doing a great job here. He's 31 over 10 in this game, and I think he's just going to keep pushing on and keep doing good stuff. So right now, Panic is not in a good position in this game at all. He's just been taking very, very bad hits over and over and over again. He was so prepared for the Ling incursion, but he was not prepared for roaches, and he basically just faltered big time when the roaches started to come into his base. So he needs to start getting what do we got here? GG at the 10-minute mark. My apologies, this thing goes on for another... Look at this bloody thing. No, wait. Oh, it is a 10-minute game. Oops. I thought I was casting a 22-minute game. I must have selected the wrong replay. Regardless, it's a great game, whatever. Although I gotta say, a little bit disappointed with... yeah, well, let's just say that soO played it very, very nicely. So, that was your game. And, yeah. Gotta try and find the bigger one and cast that instead, because I did not mean to cast this one. Anyway, regardless, it's going to go up. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, we'll have a longer game coming up tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. This has been Hairy Muppet. Hope you enjoyed this game.